Mayor Brandon Johnson signs ICE-free zone executive order. The order prohibits federal immigrant agents from using any city-owned property for federal immigration operations and invites local businesses and community organizations to join the citywide effort of safeguarding the inalienable rights of every Chicagoan. Man. So this is my response. Brandon Johnson wants to talk about protecting democracy, but he's been silent while our own residents, Black Chicagoans, taxpayers, seniors, and police officers are being assaulted, ignored, and displaced. Let's be clear. ICE agents were responding to a crisis created by Johnson's sanctuary city policies, the same failed policies that opened our borders, bankrupted our budgets, and put every Chicagoan at risk. Now he's trying to rewrite the story and act like a hero after he sold this city out to federal contracts and cartel-backed interests. You can't claim to defend the Constitution when you violated your own residents' First Amendment rights, silenced whistleblowers, and allowed lawlessness to run the streets. So now Illinois wants to sue the Trump administration for unlawful deployment, but said nothing when Biden's administration sent federal agents into states, funded migrant housing with no oversight, and trampled our constitutional rights for 3 years straight. When Trump enforces a law, they call it an authoritarian. When Democrats weaponize government, they call it equity. Let's be clear. President Trump has full authority under federal law to protect citizens when state leaders refuse to uphold law and order. What's unconstitutional is allowing foreign nationals to flood our cities, bankrupt our budgets, and assault our officers while pretending it's compassion. If Brandon Johnson and no good Kwame Raoul want to pick a fight with the Constitution, they're going to lose because federal law supersedes political theater, and the people of Illinois are done suffering under failed sanctuary policies. This is not leadership, it's damage control. Chicago deserves better. What President Trump can do, deploy federal oversight, not overreach. Trump can order a federal investigation into Chicago's sanctuary city policies, misuse of federal funds, and obstruction of ICE operations. If Johnson's administration is interfering with federal law enforcement or violating residents' rights, the DOJ and DHS can step in under the Supremacy Clause of the U.S. Constitution. Protect constitutional rights. He can direct the DOJ Civil Rights Division to look into Chicago's pattern of silencing dissent, especially if the city is targeting residents, whistleblowers, or media. If residents' First Amendment rights are being violated, federal intervention is justified. Hold sanctuary cities financially accountable. Trump can freeze federal funding to any sanctuary city found obstructing immigration law or misusing taxpayer dollars to aid illegal entry or housing unvetted migrants. Federal Law 8 U.S.C. 1373 already bans cities from restricting communication with ICE. Johnson policies violate that. Send in federal monitors, not martial law, but I prefer martial law, before deploying troops or declaring martial law. Trump can use federal monitors or special commissions to ensure Chicago PD, ICE, and DHS are operating lawfully. This keeps order without trampling state rights while still enforcing federal law. Protect whistleblowers and residents. Anyone documenting corruption, human rights violations, or retaliation from City Hall can be protected under federal whistleblower laws. Trump can ensure safe channels for testimony from residents, city workers, and police officers afraid to speak out. Expose federal-local collusion. If evidence shows Johnson's administration is working with outside actors, NGOs, cartel-linked contractors, or federal agencies to exploit funding or residence, Trump can launch a full-scale audit and RICO review. And it's RICO time. You understand? I, myself, is a whistleblower. The city of Chicago unlawfully demolished my family's building, trying to take it. The city tried to take it. And they tried to take it because they wanted it for their own use. So, and we're currently in federal court right now fighting for compensation for the city of Chicago unlawfully demolishing my family's building. We have the deed. My mother's still alive. My godfather's still alive. We have all the evidence to show all of the fraud that's committed in that case. On top of that, we have Danielle Carter Walters. We have other people in our group that will speak out about all of the money that has been laundered, the infrastructure money, the illegal immigration money, all of the money. So if we have to, like I said, Operation Grey Lord, President Trump, you can do that as well. But I really think you should declare martial law because we're under attack. See, Mayor Brandon Johnson does not work for us. He works for the cartel along with the Hispanic KKK and the CTU and everybody else. So he cannot protect us. And honestly, a lot of us are so brainwashed because we've been on a Democratic plantation for so long, and because the media keeps telling these lies and so biased that it's sickening, that is making you look like you are this animal, which you're not. See, they don't get it that the previous administration sent 22 illegal aliens here. They also don't want to discuss the New Americans plan that Rahm Emanuel put in place, and now he's going around talking to people because he's trying to get his field to think that he's going to be the next president of the United States of America. We need your help. The Department of Justice needs to come in and do these forensic audits. I have all of the evidence. I've got all of the data. We got people that got all of the data. We have everything that we need. All these executive orders between no good Kwame Raoul, our Attorney General, between our corrupt Mayor Brandon Johnson, and between the incompetent Governor Pritzker, we have no leadership. They don't speak for us. And at the end of the day, a lot of people cannot come out and talk the way that they want to come out because this city will retaliate. That's what they're doing with me. I'm unhoused. Okay, but I'm still going to speak out because I need federal intervention with my case. Danielle Carter needs federal intervention in her situation with her building. We are dealing with people that are in this administration and from the state to the Cook County to the city that are involved in RICO. Okay, this is one big RICO, President Trump. They tried to put you in jail for the rest of your life, prison for everything. They try to impeach you. They call you all types of names, everything. It is time to start arresting these people. Get these people out of office. They are dangerous. They are incompetent, and they are ruining this city. All hands on deck.